Hi, it's Mindset Monday. And I've literally just come back from church, so I'm going to do this now. So it's Sunday, but I'm going to post this on Monday because I really want IGTV to work with me this week. I am very sorry that I missed an episode last week, not for want of trying. I really did try. I tried to upload it more than 7 times. It didn't upload. It was a disaster. I am going to have better luck this week. So let's just jump right into it. This week, and for those who are new to this page, I do this every Monday. Every Monday, I talk about a mindset issue that might be helping you or that might help you on your journey, or mindset issue that might be hindering you on your journey. This week, I'm going to talk about a mindset that will help you on your journey if you cultivate this specific mindset. And today I want to focus on what do you do when you hit a roadblock? So what do you do when you start with your new healthy hair goals? You have your regimen in place. Perhaps you've got a coach on board. You don't even have to have a coach on board. You can simply decide that enough is enough, and you're doing your own research, and you're going to build your own regimen. You're going to learn about products yourself, and you're going to tailor something that suits your hair type, and you're going to go for it. And you start on this particular journey, and it's going well. Month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, it's going really well. You know it's going really well because you're tracking your progress. You're taking measurements of your hair. You've taken pictures of your hair, and in month 3, you saw a little let retention. You saw that your hair was fuller. Everything is on track. And then in month 6, something happens. You don't know quite what happened, but something happens and you stall. You're not seeing let retention anymore. Perhaps your hair's not cooperating. It's not flourishing anymore. What do? You go back to your regimen. You ask questions. You find people if you don't have a coach or a guide or a mentor, whatever you want to label it as. You go to that person, you're talking through, and nothing seems, you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, but you're not seeing any progress. I specifically decided to talk about this week because about a week ago, one of the ladies in my very first group, so she took this course, the course that I offer, she took it in 2019 January, and I promise you she was a model student. She was diligent. She followed the program to the letter. She asked me the most interesting and challenging questions in class so that I knew that she was on it, and she was on it in a very, very positive way. She started a course for her daughter, and she was obviously adopting the practice herself because she's natural herself. And then towards the end of the course, she did a measurement to track her progress, and she realized that she hadn't progressed much. We spoke at length for over an hour. What could have gone wrong? We went back to month 1. We went back to my first session and everything that I taught in that session, the very, very foundation of my course. We went back, and she was literally ticking everything. It got to the point where I asked her to send me videos, how she twisted her hair, how she threaded her hair, how she moisturized her hair, so many videos. And she kept sending me back, and I kept going back to her saying, you're doing it right, you're doing it right, you're doing it right. In the end, I spoke to her for over an hour, and we deduced that perhaps it was her iron. She had been low in the past, she thought she was on it, but it hadn't been checked. It hadn't been checked, or maybe she hadn't gotten the results from the last check. I can't remember specifically. But anyway, we put it down to, well, it's nothing to do with your hair practices, so it must be something internal. She went over to the GP. And, you know, to cut a long story short, it was the iron deficiency. And I've spoken about that so much on my page that I don't really want to labor the point about iron deficiency. I also want to say that, look, some people will have an iron deficiency and it wouldn't manifest in terms of hair loss. It won't even manifest in terms of increased shedding. Their hair will grow at close to the normal rate that it was growing before. So it's not everyone that has an iron deficiency that will experience no growth or slower growth rate or even excessive shedding. Not everyone. But anyway, it transpired that she probably is one of those people who, when their iron drops low, it does really affect their hair. That is not the point of why I'm doing this Mindset Monday, though. Because at that point, she could have almost thrown in the towel because she was doing everything right and nothing seemed to be working and she wasn't getting the reward that I had told her she would get if she was doing everything right. That wasn't happening. But she didn't throw in the towel. She did two key things. She whittled it down to, okay, what is it that is going on with me? It's not my technique. It's not my hair practices. It's not my products. It's not the way I'm treating my hair. So she went further and did more blood work, which showed that she was iron deficient. And when she found out what the problem was, she didn't stop there. She took action. And the action she took meant being on iron supplement and taking it exactly as prescribed by her doctor. She didn't give up. And, you know, I'm bringing this story to light because just about 2 weeks ago, the same lady sent the group her progress picture. And there was a marked difference in June and now in January. So about 7 months ago, there was a marked improvement in the length that she had been able to retain. Why am I talking about this? Sometimes when we start something and we're doing everything correctly, we expect that the progress will be linear, that it will keep going up, 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 up. But oftentimes that's not how life works. Life throws off curveballs in so many different ways. And sometimes it's not even a curveball. Sometimes it's just stagnation. Sometimes you might hit a plateau for no reason. And if that ever happens, I want you to have the mindset of digging deep and not going, oh my God, I'm doing everything right. This is just not working for me. I don't want you to throw your toys out of the trap. I don't want you to say, well, it works for some people, it doesn't work for me. Or I don't want you to say, oh, maybe it's just my genetics. This is just, you know, the length that my hair grows through. It's not even up to your shoulders. And you're saying that's the length your hair grows through. We know it's not, that's not right. I want you, when you do hit a roadblock, because some of us will hit those roadblocks, or when you have a setback, you hit a roadblock, or you have a setback, I want you to dig deep. And I want you to do the work because that's part of the journey. I want you to do the work to find out, okay, what is it? And if you can't find what it is, because sometimes you might not even be able to pinpoint exactly what it is, I want you to tweak your process. So the option is never to give up. We tweak. If we can't find specifically what it is that is the stumbling block, we tweak. I do it with fitness. I do it with my nutrition. If I'm training and I'm not getting the result, I don't chuck everything out. I don't say, oh my God, or I don't just say that approach is not working for me. I tweak things first. Maybe I reduce my calorie a little bit. Maybe I increase my calorie a little bit. Maybe I prioritize my sleep. I've talked about sleep on this page for so long now. Some of you will start losing weight when you fix your sleep problems. I always say this to those who care to listen. A healthy body will lose weight quicker than an unhealthy body. And by that, I mean sleep. And I don't want to digress into nutrition or fitness. But the bottom line is, a lot of us will hit roadblocks. When you hit those roadblocks, don't give up. Find somebody. Find someone to sit to talk to, and adopt this mindset that you're going to tweak until you get it right. And that's going to help you. Have a lovely week.